than all the rest. Him give me life, so I'm alive. If you're alive, then you got reason to celebrate. Don't be ungrateful, appreciate the fact that you're alive. Everybody join. Come on now, join. Come on now, wave. Everybody wave. Everybody wave. Hey. Come on now, move. Everybody move. Come on now, move. Time to give God some praise. Give him praise. Give him praise. Tell me how you feeling. Everybody feeling alive. Cause the spirit feeling alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth, him alive. Visions and dreaming come alive. Higher heights I'm reaching alive. Fire for God, I'm steaming alive. Let me do it one more time. Everybody feeling alive. Cause the spirit feeling alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth, him alive. Visions and dreaming come alive. Higher heights I'm reaching alive. Fire for God, I'm steaming alive. Everybody feeling alive. Cause the spirit feeling alive. Get your healing and come alive. God not dead, my youth, him alive. Visions and dreaming come alive.
Hey, gotta say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. You're tuned to Love 101 FM, the family station. You're inside Alive 1 to 5, and I am Sara-Ann, the chirpy one, keeping you company all the way until 5 o'clock. That is. Hey, so Make Me Move Monday, and we're live on Facebook and also on YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. Sign on, rock on, jump on, roll on, whatever you gotta do, just make sure that you are on the live. If you're not on the live, you're not seeing nothing, you know. And as you come on the live, please remember to share it and also comment so I know that you're on here. I gotta say good afternoon to my friends listening to us on the FM band 101.1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Good afternoon to you. Or you're listening to us online at www.love101.org. How about if you're listening to us via the app that you have downloaded from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store? So many options available to listen to us. Yeah. How was your weekend? How was Clarendon? Maypen? I love summer. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up. Hey, my friends on the WhatsApp Live, you know what to do. Jump on to either Facebook or YouTube. That's where it's at. Love 101 FM in Jamaica. Good afternoon. Hey, today you'll be inspired, informed, entertained, and engaged. In a moment, I'll bring you highlights from the news. 145 Menticize, that's mental exercise rollover from Jackie Saunders. Prayer Blast, 2 o'clock with Pastor Ramika Anderson of the Pitford District of Seventh-day Adventist Churches. 2:15 Body Talk, and we will explore liver disease. 2:45 will bring you the Way to Life broadcast. 3:15, What Does the Bible Say About Truth? 3:45 celebration. So at that time, if you're having a birthday or anniversary, you just send me a message at 3:45. Then the Small People Show comes your way with Auntie Khalid at 4 o'clock. And 4:55, we wrap it all up inside Alive 1 to 5 on a Make Me Move Monday. Are you guys ready to move? I feel like we're moving on. Oh, Lord. Now it's time for highlights from the news at this time. Go further with paternity leave. Make it mandatory to private sector, says trade unionist. Head of the Union of Clerical, Administrative and Supervisory Employees, UCASE, Vincent Morrison, is urging the government to go on even further with its just announced paternity leave entitlement by bringing law to Parliament, which would mandate the private sector to include the benefit in its employment arrangements. Morrison, who over the years has advocated the 1979 Maternity Act to be amended to allow for more leave time, noted that a few companies, most recently Caribbean Cement Company, where UCASE represents workers, have introduced paternity leave arrangements, which he believes should be more widespread in the private sector. the increase in the maternity leave period from 40 days paid leave to 3 calendar months, which Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark announced last week, only relates to the public sector as well, or as will the paternity leave benefits, which he indicated are being finalized to be added to the staff orders of 2004. So go further with paternity leave. They want it to be applied to private sector as well, to the private sector as well. All right, all right. I mean, yeah, right across the board, right? Now, JPS justifies closing 7 branches island-wide. 7! Stung by the backlash it has received for closing 7 of its branches island-wide, the Jamaica Public Service, JPS, said its decision was rooted in a desire to serve customers by first world standards. Vernon Douglas, Chief Financial Officer of the power company, said that in-store visits were centered primarily on services that included the grid, changing location, or leaving the grid. He said that the company determined that these services could be done digitally and as a result closed down some in-store operations. He said that since the decision, the company's mobile app users have moved from approximately 50,000 to 342,000. Its customer base is just over 680,000, with only 10% of that figure visiting a branch. So they shut it down. They shut down seven JPS offices. In-store offices, rather. You know, where you can usually go and, yeah, offices. Other news, no Jamaican in top 100. Now, the results of the 2022 International Reggae Poster Contest, IRPC, are out, and no Jamaican artist has been voted in the top 10 or top 100 entries, rather. The winner was announced yesterday, with Greek artist Vasilis Grivas taking the top spot with a piece titled Queen of the Maroons. Second place went to Mahmut Seyor from Turkey with a work entitled Woman's Power. And the third place went to Iran's Mina Naslani, whose work was titled Inner Peace. These 3 emerged from the 1,108 posters, which were submitted from 653 artists in 53 countries. A Jamaican artist is yet to win. So, a Jamaican artist is yet to win the IRPC in its entire 10-year history. In the first 2 years, Jamaican artists fared reasonably well. In year 1, Taj Francis placed 5th, with the eventual winner being Alon Breyer from Israel. In year 2, Rowan Mitchell copped 4th position to Balas Kodid in the United Kingdom, who took the top spot. Finally, from highlights from the news, Sri Lanka's acting president declared a state of emergency earlier today, giving him broad authority amid growing protests demanding his resignation 2 days before the country's lawmakers are set to elect a new president. Ranil became acting president on Friday after his predecessor, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, fled abroad and resigned from months-long mass protests over the country's economic collapse. Now, Ranil's move to impose a state of emergency comes as protests demanding his resignation have continued in most parts of the country, with some burning his effigy. And those are the highlights from the news at this time, Monday, July 18, 2022. And we trust that you were, as usual, informed. It's now time for me to go ahead and mark the register. Facebook, YouTube, good afternoon. And if you guys want to hear Taxi Chronicles that happened earlier today, oh my goodness. Hey, God is good enough all the time. God is good. So I stepped in. Let me tell you something what happened. Let me make it quick and fast. So I was taking a taxi, as I usually do. I took a taxi, right? And the taxi said, I have to make a turn off. And I'm like, no, I don't have time for that. So I came out of the taxi, right? And I stopped at, the foot of, on the main road. I stopped on the main road. And I was there and I was praying and I'm like, God, everything happens for a reason. So maybe you're protecting me from an accident or something. I eventually got a taxi and, I got to Harvard Tree. And as I got to Harvard Tree, I heard a shot. It's a gunshot. Children of God, I heard a gunshot. But, the people are thinking that maybe it's a bike backfire or something. But that was not so. And I saw a crowd and all of those things. And I hear me, I don't have the time to sit down and wait until the crowd clear on those things. So I'm praying and I'm walking. And I stopped this guy and I said, what happened? And they said, a guy was just shot and whatever. And I saw the police and a next car and no details as yet. So I can't really talk about it. I just know that God kept me. God kept me. I walked through that crowd, and I was praying while I was walking, I just walked and I minded my own business. Anyway, it's time for me to mark the register. Diane Walters here first, as usual. Ione Ashburn, good afternoon. Marshall, Colleen Oliphant, Ricardo Portias, Winsome Campbell, Doreen Bradshaw, good afternoon. Dallas Blake Wagwan, Mary James, Angela Masters, Valerie Stewart, Idonna Howell, good afternoon. Rosalind Pearson, Lorna Daly, Pearline Mills. The Bible Quiz channel is long time I don't see you. Ben Reese Clark, good afternoon. Marie Daly, good afternoon. Sonia Hamilton, Edna Skeen, Carlene Mendez, good afternoon. Anne-Marie Davidson, Marva Miller, Claudette Rodway, good afternoon. Laurel Thomas Garrick, Champion Carol Miller, good afternoon. Virtue Girl Douglas, hello. Jody Ann Gordon, Delroy Melvin, Angela Hackett, good afternoon. Sophia Ware, good afternoon. Winston Promo, I believe today is a birthday, right, Winston? I think so. Dwayne Tracy, good afternoon to you, Confident One. Ione Brown, Esther Anglin, Merle Durant, good afternoon. Okay, oh, wonderful. You just shared. The Bible quiz just shared. Etta Knight, good afternoon. Blinky Brown, up and running. Hortense Facey, Virtue Girl Douglas, Zoe Morris, good afternoon. Hi, Zoe. No H in the name, Zoe. Rima Butler, good afternoon. Isolane Morrison, good afternoon from Davis Hill. Donna Donna McCoy, good afternoon. Lurleen Ricketts, good afternoon. Keisha Singh, Jacqueline Anderson, and Barbara Griffiths, good afternoon to you. Let's see. Maxine Clark, Alvarine Ellison, Jackie Koch, Maxine Kelly, Valerie Bowen, and Nika Park, Patsy Grant, good afternoon. Hunty Marshall, good afternoon. Sandra Hibbert, registered nurse. Denden Wagwan, Yvonne Scott, Paulette Stevenson, Corrine Brown Walters, good afternoon. Registered nurse Denden, Ricardo Portias, Andrew Grace, Jackie Koch, Kingdom Child, Marlene DaCosta, Carice Wilson, Joyce Thompson, good afternoon. Antoinette Miller, Sandra Hibbert, I believe I got you already. Let's see. Deanie Reed, good afternoon. Charmaine Allison, Kathleen, good afternoon. Unplug and unwind. Delta Francis, good afternoon. Enid Moncrief, Fitzroy Jackson, and Patricia Anderson, good afternoon. Sister Ray Ray on WhatsApp, Della Rica. I gotta go. I can only take a few on the WhatsApp. It's Facebook and YouTube, the thing there. That's where the thing is. Adela Francis. Yeah, man. You're not Janet's mother. Della Rica Rose from Hampton Green, Sister Faye from Blue Hole. That's all the time I have for the, yeah. Thank you guys so much for jumping on the live. It's now time for the music.
It's Cario Young. Sara-Ann is here. I have been waiting for so long. Welcome the chirpy one. Her presence electrifies everyone. My mother's listening too. She said she feels like she's 21. What? I know that's what she does to you. Such a great spirit, plays in the spirit too. So expect a miracle. Anything's possible. Now that Sarah's playing, ooh, you will be just fine. Your soul will feel so alive with whatever Sarah's playing. Ooh, yeah. Everybody have to know. Everybody needs to know. Yeah. Everybody has to know. Oh yeah. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann on the radio. Tell a neighbor. Everybody needs to know. Tell your friend. Everybody has to know. Tell your brother. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann. Everybody has to know. Everybody needs to know. Tell your neighbor. Everybody has to know. Tell your friend. The one that will listen to is Sara-Ann. What else you gonna do? There is absolutely nothing else to do. Cause there's no one else. Hey, that's Sara. When Sara-Ann is on air, I can feel the difference. I can feel the spirit moving and I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy.